Hi, I'm Ruth, an artist and filmmaker working in the Yorkshire Dales. Today I'm speaking to experts from JBA Consulting on how they use modelling to facilitate natural flood management solutions.
I'm Barry Hankin. I am Chief of Environmental Modelling at JBA. A model is just a conceptual understanding of how something works. We can use the model that's been calibrated to more accurately understand where floodwater might go during a big event like Storm Desmond, or lesser events that are more frequent but still a nuisance.
So it identifies the numbers of properties that may flood downstream, and then it has a look upstream to see what and where NFM might be most beneficial. I'm Rachel Flood, one of the two project managers working on the Ousewem project. There's a lot of other sort of landowner grant schemes for NFM, but they just rely on sort of farmers putting their hands up and saying, I'll have some on my land. And it's not necessarily looking at whether there's a flood benefit associated with that, it's just sort of putting it anywhere and everywhere, essentially.
It's a big ask to understand how that whole water cycle's working in the Ouse, which is 3,200 kilometres squared. And then to understand the impacts of all of that in communities is quite difficult. There's often a perception that it's a model of this system and therefore it's going to represent it really well. But in reality, that water might pop up somewhere else in the next field or something.
The models could never be detailed enough to pick up every slight change in topography. So although they go, this particular watercourse would be good for NFM, that's where you need to come out on site and actually identify the ideal locations. The first layer of modelling we've done is quite broad scale, so it doesn't necessarily pick up every small watercourse.
We're getting better at developing models that can reflect more of the processes. What we need to go hand in hand with that is more observational data. So we might start relying more on distributed sensors and monitoring.
They'll go out on site and ground truth those models so that they're much more detailed.
It's important to use the modelling tools as just one dimension, really, just one tool to help you. People don't necessarily believe them unless they can see that it's reproduced what they know about their local place. Models help us answer a lot of what-if questions.
And allows us to hopefully show the benefit of NFM. That can help with funding, future financing.